Sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Dear meritorious children, once again we are with another episode in Mirror of Dhamma program. Children, this month is so important to all of us and all the Buddhists all around the world, because on the full moon Poya day of this Vesak month, our Maha Bodhisattva, Prince Siddhartha, was born in the beautiful forest of Lumbini in India. And that was the dawn of the human wisdom. Children, when our Maha Bodhisattva was born to this world, this whole earth reverberated in joyfulness, and a magical aura was spreaded all over the earth, and the whole earth was illuminated in light. And children, surprising all, our Maha Bodhisattva walked forward for 7 steps, stepping on beautiful lotus flowers which were bloomed to greet this great human's meritorious feats. So that was the day our Maha Bodhisattva was born into this world, and it is the Vesak full moon Poya day. And this full moon Poya day is very important to us because it is the birthday of our great teacher, Supreme Buddha. So children, after 29 years, our Maha Bodhisattva was a young prince who lived in a luxurious life with his beautiful wife, Princess Yashodhara. So, in the night where our little Rahula prince was born as the son of Prince Siddhartha, our Maha Bodhisattva left the palace, giving up the lay life, and he became an ascetic to find the ultimate liberation from the suffering. So he left the palace and he became a recluse or an ascetic on the banks of river Anoma, and he went on finding the truth and the reality of this world. After that, Prince Siddhartha spent 6 long years practicing the self-mortification. The meaning of the self-mortification is, children, to give lot of sufferings and lot of hardships to this body, and through that there was a belief in the ancient India that people could escape from this suffering if they give all the sufferings to their body. So our Prince Siddhartha started practicing the self-mortification, which we called Atta Kilamatanu Yoga. So after 6 long years of practicing this painful and very hard self-mortification, our Prince Siddhartha realized that this was not the path to attain Nibbana, attain the true liberation from this samsara. So finally he found the middle path. So on another beautiful full moon Poya day, Vesak full moon Poya day, our Maha Bodhisattva came under the Maha Bodhi tree and sat under it and started meditating. So in the dawn of that day, our Maha Bodhisattva realized these 4 noble truths by defeating the 10 fleets of Mara and became the fourth Samma Sambuddha of this Mahabhadra Kalpa, and he became the teacher of all gods and human, and he became the teacher of all of us. So children, Prince Siddhartha, when he was practicing self-mortification, he dedicated so many things in his life. He sacrificed his whole life on behalf of all of us. So he faced many sufferings, he faced many hardships when he was practicing this self-mortification. And finally, he gave up that and found this middle way, middle path, which we call the Noble Eightfold Path. And through practicing that, he became the Supreme Buddha. So children, today, in this Dhamma program, we are going to learn how our Mahabodhisattva dedicated his life to find the true happiness and true peacefulness inside the lives, and to escape from these sufferings, and to escape all the beings from sufferings and from this samsara. So let's learn how our Mahabodhisattva practiced self-mortification in order to realize the Four Noble Truths. So before that, let's go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, and after observing 5 precepts, let's learn this interesting Dhamma sermon. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvang Saranai. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Before observing 5 precepts, let's pay homage to our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, and let's go for refuge to the Triple Gems, and after that, let's observe the 5 precepts. You can say with me, Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe the 5 precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, to rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say with me. My homage to Supreme Buddha. Buddha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Dhamma. Dhamma is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Sangha. Sangha is my refuge every day. My homage to the Supreme Triple Gem. Triple Gem is my refuge every day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear meritorious children, today, as I said before, we are going to learn how our Mahabodhisattva, Prince Siddhartha, dedicated his life and sacrificed many things in his life to find this noble eightfold path. On a beautiful Asala full moon poya day, Prince Siddhartha left the luxurious palace, and on the banks of river Anoma, our Mahabodhisattva became an ascetic to find this liberation from the suffering. So, children, our Mahabodhisattva went on finding the reality of this life, to find the reality of this world. So, he went to meet two teachers, two spiritual teachers called Alar Kalama and Uddakarama Putta. So, he went to those teachers and mastered their teachings. But our Mahabodhisattva did not find what he was searching for. He had a small sense of Nibbana, that Nibbana should be something beyond these old teachings. So he wasn't satisfied with those teachings. Though he mastered all of them, he wasn't satisfied with them. So our Prince Siddhartha decided to find this reality, find this truth find the escape, find the path that leads to escape from all sufferings by himself without the help of any teachers. So he started to find this, and there was a belief and there was a practice among the spiritual community of India. It is called the self-mortification. It means, children, if someone gives hardships and pain and suffering to this body, they believe, the people, the spiritual community that was in that time believed that if he mortifies himself, that is called the self-mortification. If he mortifies himself, he can escape from this suffering. If he gives the suffering to this body, he can escape from this suffering. So that was a belief. So our Mahabodhisattva started to practice this self-mortification. At one time, our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, told to Arahant Sariputta, when I was an ascetic practicing this self-mortification, I was practicing that self-mortification for an extreme level that no one could even imagine of. Children, we can find and we can read a description about how our Mahabodhisattva practiced this self-mortification in Mahasihanada Sutta. So in Mahasihanada Sutta, Supreme Buddha explains how he practiced self-mortification to Arahant Sariputta. Buddha said, Sariputta, I lived from only one spoonful of rice for one day. That means our Mahabodhisattva, when he was practicing this Atthakila Yoga, self-mortification, he ate only single spoonful of rice for a day. Can you imagine, children, living the day, spending the day by only eating one spoonful of rice? It is very hard. And Buddha said, I lived from one spoonful of rice for 2 days. And from one spoonful of rice for 3 days. And Supreme Buddha increased the number of days that he was starving. Buddha said, Sariputta, I even spent a week only from 7 days, only from one single spoonful of rice. Children, we feel hungry and we feel so tired and distracted. Even when we miss a meal, we feel that, right? We feel hungry and we feel so painful. Sometimes we have gastritis, many of us. So like that, we have such hardships when we miss a single meal. But our Mahabodhisattva, Prince Siddhartha, was spending 7 days only from one single spoonful of rice. Can you imagine, children? That was how our Mahabodhisattva dedicated his life on this spiritual path. Then Buddha said to Arahant Sariputta, Sariputta, even I spent 14 days, that means 2 weeks, from a single spoonful of rice. So gradually, our Mahabodhisattva decided to reduce the amount of food that he is taking in. So that is how the practice of self-mortification should be practiced. Then Supreme Buddha said to Arahant Sariputta, Sariputta, I even ate cow dung and grass to find this liberation, to practice this self-mortification. And I even ate my own fecal matter to find a liberation from this suffering. See, children, how much hardships our Mahabodhisattva has faced when he was practicing this self-mortification. And finally, our Mahabodhisattva decided to stop taking food, to stop the consumption of food. Then the gods appeared in front of our Mahabodhisattva and begged from him, "Oh, please, Prince Siddhartha, please do not think to give up the consumption of food. Please do not think to stop taking food. If you stop taking food, we will come and we will insert the divine foods through your skin into your body if you stop taking food." So the god said this, and then our Mahabodhisattva thought to himself, if the gods insert the divine foods through my skin, I cannot stop them. So if they do so, my practice of self-mortification becomes useless. So our Mahabodhisattva started to take a little amount of food, a very little amount of food. Supreme Buddha said to Arhat Sariputta, "Sariputta, I had only one mung seed for a day." Children, have you seen how little the mung seed is? It's so little. Our Mahabodhisattva had only a single seed of mung as the food for a whole day. Can you imagine being like that, by having a single mung seed for the day as food? We cannot even imagine like that. But our Mahabodhisattva dedicated his life like that to find the escape from the suffering to all beings, to all of us, because of all of us. So children, how he practiced self-mortification? Then Buddha said, "Sariputta, gradually my physical strength and my physical appearance started to deteriorate." Buddha said, "The 32 signs that were on my body began to disappear quickly because of this self-mortification." Buddha said, "The deep blue eyes of our Mahabodhisattva gradually sank into the eye sockets, and it looked like a gleam of water which has sunk far down into a well." And it looked like that. And Buddha said to Arhat Sariputta, "Because of eating so little, my ribs jutted out as gaunt as crazy rafters of roofless barn." And Buddha said, "Because of eating so little, my scalp shriveled and withered as a green bitter gourd shrivels and withered in the hot sun and wind." Because of eating so little, our Mahabodhisattva's belly skin was adhered to the backbone. So when he touched the belly, he touched his backbone. He felt his backbone. So when he touched his backbone, he felt his belly skin. So children, our Mahabodhisattva's body began to deteriorate and decay very rapidly. Buddha said, "Sariputta, when I rubbed my limbs and my hands, the hair rotted at its roots fell from my body as I rubbed them." The rotted hair was fallen from his body. So that is how our Mahabodhisattva practiced this self-mortification. Like that, he spent 6 long, painful and 6 long, hard years of practicing this self-mortification. And finally, our Mahabodhisattva realized that the Nibbana, the escape from the suffering, cannot be attained by practicing this self-mortification. And finally, our Mahabodhisattva realized that from this path of self-mortification, that one could not acquire and one could not attain Nibbana. So, he decided to give up this practice of self-mortification. And he decided to take some food to gain the physical strength. So he collected his ball, which was used ages ago, and he started to go for alms round to find some food to gain some physical strength. So at the time of self-mortification, there were 5 another monks or another ascetics who attended to Mahabodhisattva, and they kept lots of expectations to our Mahabodhisattva that he will become the Supreme Buddha and he will attain this Nibbana. So, when they saw our Mahabodhisattva was going on alms round, they felt so sad and they felt so distracted, and they thought, oh, our Mahabodhisattva has given up this spiritual practice. There is only one way, there is only one path to acquire this Nibbana, and that is self-mortification. And finally, our Mahabodhisattva has given up this self-mortification, and surely he will not find this Nibbana in his life. So what they did was, they abandoned the Prince Siddhartha, our Mahabodhisattva. But our Prince Siddhartha, Mahabodhisattva, wasn't discouraged, children. He gathered his courage and he found some food and he gained his physical strength back. So children, our Mahabodhisattva gained his physical strength and all the things were back to normal again. And another beautiful full moon of Vesak full moon appeared on the sky above the river Neranjara and above the Mahabodhi tree. So in that night, our Mahabodhisattva went under the Mahabodhi tree and sat down, making a vow that he would not get up from that seat until he realized these 4 noble truths and attained the supreme Nibbana. So in the middle of that night, when he was meditating, when he was contemplating his mind on the Anapanasati meditation, now he was about to realize this 4 noble truth. Then all of a sudden, this whole earth began to rumble and began to reverberate. The great conqueror and great controller of the whole world, the Mara, appeared in front of our Mahabodhisattva. And he roared with a furious laugh and said, Prince Siddhartha, this seat that you are sitting on is not yours. It belongs to me. So get out of my seat and go to your place. Then, when the Mara said this, our Mahabodhisattva with a calm and serene mind, asked from the Mara, Mara, if you say that this seed is yours, can you show your witness for that? Are there any witnesses for that? Then the 10 fleet of Mara started shouting with a booming sound, saying, we are the witness for our Mara that seed, this seed that you are sitting on, belongs to our great king Mara and not to you, Siddhartha. So you should get out of this seed. Then when the 10 fleets of the Mara shouted like that, the Mara roared with a furious laugh and asked from the Prince Siddhartha, Prince Siddhartha, now you saw my witnesses, and can you show any witness for this seed to say that it is yours? Then our Mahabodhisattva stretched his right arm, touching the great earth, and our Mahabodhisattva said, hey, Mother Earth, would you witness for my sacrifice for attaining this Nibbana in this long journey of samsara? Do you witness how I sacrificed to own the ownership of this Vajrasana, this seat? When this Prince Siddhartha said this, this whole earth began to reverberate and grumble, and the whole earth began to move with a furious sound. Then the Mara was afraid and frightened, and he fell down from the back of the tusker Girimekala. He fell down from the back of the tusker Girimekala, and the whole army of Mara ran away. And again, everything was back to normal and serene and calm and quiet. The 10 fleet of Mara was defeated. So our Mahabodhisattva again contemplated his mind on this meditation. Then in the dawn of that night, in the late night, our Mahabodhisattva realized the Four Noble Truths. And he realized the reality of this world. And he escaped from this samsara and became the fourth Samma Sambuddha in this Mahabharata Kalpa, Siddhartha Gautama, named Siddhartha Gautama. So children, that was the story of our Mahabodhisattva, was practicing how he practiced the self-mortification, how he dedicated his life to find the ultimate liberation from the suffering. So because of our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, today we know that we are going on a journey of samsara. Today we know if we practice the Noble Eightfold Path, that we can escape from this samsara. Because of our great teacher, Supreme Buddha's dedication and sacrification. So children, we have to be grateful for that. We have to show our gratefulness for that benefit that he gave for our lives. So our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, showed us the path to liberate from the suffering, like a light showing the path through the darkness. So children, after realizing the Four Noble Truths, after becoming the Supreme Buddha, our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, traveled thousands and thousands of miles across the India, spreading this wonderful gift of Dhamma and healing the suffering hearts of innocent people. So, after completing 45 years of the Buddhahood, our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, passed away, performing the great parinibbana between two sala trees in the Kusinara Sala forest on this Vesak full moon Poya day. So this Vesak full moon Poya day is so important to all of us because those are the three main and important incidents that has happened in our great teacher Supreme Buddha's life. We have to celebrate them, children, but in a special and different way. Now, the Vesak full moon Poya day is considered as the New Year of the Buddhists. Normally we think that the New Year of the Sinhala Buddhists is the April 14th. But children, that is not the exact New Year of us. Because the April 14th New Year of Sri Lanka was inherited from the South Indian invasions, from the Tamil invasions that came to Sri Lanka in the history. So the real New Year of Buddhists is the Vesak full moon Poya day, but not the April 14th. So this coming Vesak full moon Poya day is the New Year of all of us. So we have to celebrate it in a special way. How we can celebrate it, children? First of all, it is very important to celebrate this Vesak full moon Poya day by observing 8 precepts on that day. There is what we call the Pratipatti Puja, paying homage and doing some offerings by practicing this Dhamma. That is the most valuable offering that we can offer to our great teacher, Supreme Buddha. The offering of Pratipatti Puja. So we can do it by observing 8 precepts and listening to Dhamma, meditating, so many ways. And also we can do the offerings in another way. We can make some beautiful Vesak lanterns, and we can decorate the, we can offer flowers, and we can decorate our houses and offer those lights to the Buddha. That is called the Aloka Puja, and that is called the Amisa Puja. So we can do this, we can celebrate our New Year like that. So children, in this Vesak full moon Poya day, make sure all of you observe 8 precepts and do many merits, do meritorious deeds and collect merits in that day, and through that we can tribute and we can make offerings to our Supreme Buddha, who sacrificed many things in his life for us. So children, I hope you all do these things, do meritorious deeds on this Vesak full moon Poya day. So now we have come to the end of the Dhamma sermon. So finally, I wish you all, may all of you be well and happy, and may all of you realize 4 noble truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Now children, we have come to the session of meditation. So before meditation, you should relax your body and sit in a relaxed position and make your body straight. You should sit straight. And today we are going to do the Buddhanusati meditation. So get ready to do the meditation. Now let's do the Buddhanusati meditation, recalling the great qualities of our Supreme Buddha. Now close your eyes and think according to my verse. My great teacher, Supreme Buddha, eradicated passion, hatred, and delusion. Supreme Buddha, eradicated unwholesome deeds, developed wholesome deeds. Supreme Buddha, freed from all defilements, even in secrecy, did not do any misdeeds, eradicated unwholesome deeds, developed wholesome deeds, controlled sense faculties, guarded sense faculties. Supreme Buddha, eradicated the desire for seeing forms, eradicated the desire for hearing sounds, eradicated the desire for smelling odors, eradicated the desire for tasting flavors, eradicated the desire for touching tangibles, eradicated the desire for thinking thoughts. In this way, Supreme Buddha is an Arahant. In this way, Supreme Buddha is Arahant. Supreme Buddha is Arahant. Supreme Buddha is Arahant. My great teacher, Supreme Buddha, understood the suffering as a noble truth without anyone's help. Eradicated the cause of suffering as a noble truth without anyone's help. Attained the cessation of suffering as a noble truth without anyone's help. Follow the path leading to cessation of suffering as a noble truth without anyone's help. In this way, Supreme Buddha is Samma Sambuddho. Supreme Buddha is Samma Sambuddho. Supreme Buddha is Samma Sambuddho. Supreme Buddha acquired a developed mind, read others' minds, recollected past lives, saw the passing away and the rebirth of all beings. The Buddha realized the destruction of all taints, obtained the supernatural powers and great qualities. Supreme Buddha developed a great virtue, concentration and wisdom, and lived according to the great realization. In this way, my great teacher, Supreme Buddha, is Vijjacharana Sampanno. Supreme Buddha is Vijjacharana Sampanno. Supreme Buddha is Vijjacharana Sampanno. Supreme Buddha discovered the path to Nibbana and attained the Nibbana. In this way, Supreme Buddha is Sugato. Supreme Buddha is Sugato. Supreme Buddha is Sugato. Supreme Buddha understood all the worlds and escaped from all the worlds. In this way, Supreme Buddha is Lokavidu. Supreme Buddha is Lokavidu. Supreme Buddha is Lokavidu. Supreme Buddha had great power of taming others with compassion. In this way, Supreme Buddha is Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati. Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati. Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati. Supreme Buddha became the great teacher of all gods and humans and Brahmas. In this way, Supreme Buddha is Satta Deva Manussanam. Satta Deva Manussanam. Satta Deva Manussanam. Supreme Buddha taught this excellent dhamma without holding anything. In this way, Supreme Buddha is Buddho. Supreme Buddha is Buddho. Supreme Buddha is Buddho. My great teacher, Supreme Buddha, obtained these great powers and great qualities. My great teacher was the worthy one. In this way, the Supreme Buddha is Bhagava. The Supreme Buddha is Bhagava. Supreme Buddha is Bhagava. May my homage be to the Supreme Buddha, my great teacher. I go for refuge to my great teacher, Supreme Buddha, with great respect. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we have come to the good deeds session, children, where we watch and share all the good deeds that has done by the children around the world. So let's watch the good deeds that has done by the children. Namo Buddhaya, Thiruvan Saranai.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the good deeds session where we read and watch the good deeds done by children all around the world. My name is Dinu Dham and today I'm here with Devanga.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Devanga. Today we'll be watching the good deeds done by Onara Upasika, Yanubhagya Upasika, and Hasi Upasika.
The first meritorious deed was done by Onara Pereira Upasika from America. She has sent a presentation about respecting our parents.
Let us all salute and pay homage to our mother and father. Parents are our first teachers. We should respect our parents. We should worship them every morning and night. We help our parents do housework. We take care of our mother and father when they are sick. When they are old, we take care of them. Do not speak with harsh words to your parents. Be kind to them every time. Sharing merits. We share lots of merit with Loku Swami Hwansa, Mirror of Dhamma Swami Hwansa, and all the monks and nuns around the world. We also share merit with the children who practice the Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thiruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya. Onara Pereira from America.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Onara Upasika for sending this beautiful presentation with a wonderful meaning. May all kids respect our parents and collect many merits to their lives. Many merits to Devanga Upasika for voiceovering this presentation. You can also create 1 to 2 minute presentations or videos about any Dhamma topic or any meritorious deed you have done. You can then send them to our email address. We can share it with the whole world and rejoice in your merits.
The next meritorious deed was done by Yanubhagya Upasika from Toronto, Canada. He has sent a beautiful drawing of the Ruanweli Mahasaya. Let's see his drawing.
Namo Buddhaya.
Avasarai Pinwat Swamin Wahanse. My son, Yanul Bhagya, who is 7 years old, lives in Toronto, Canada. He drew this picture of the Ruanweli Mahasaya to send to the Mirror of Dhamma program. He goes to Toronto Asapur Dhamma School and does many meritorious deeds at home. Teruan Saranai, Yanul Bhagya's mother.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I rejoice in your merit, such a meritorious deed. The drawing looks amazing. This will encourage other small children to send their drawings as well. May everyone rejoice in Yanul Bhagya's merit and earn much merit to their lives.
The last meritorious deed was done by Hasi Upasika from England. She has sent beautiful pictures from a visit to Sri Lanka to see her grandparents. Let's see her pictures.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Hasi and I am 3 years old. My Siya was not well, so we went to Sri Lanka to visit them. Before Siya's operation, we took my grandparents to Anuradhapura to bless them. After Siya's operation, I also gave him a leg massage. May everyone rejoice in my merit. Teruwan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya, Hasi.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Hasi Upasika for sending these wonderful pictures. We should all take care of our grandparents just like Hasi Upasika did. We rejoice in your merits. If you have any photos of any meritorious deeds you have done, you can send them to our email address, which will appear on the screen. We will all rejoice in your good deeds and we can share them with the whole world.
Today we watched many good deeds done by children all around the world. May you also have the opportunity to do more good deeds and send your good deeds to our email address.
These meritorious deeds will help to propagate the Dhamma and help others to do meritorious deeds as well. We rejoice in your good deeds. The whole world rejoices in them too. May all of us have the opportunity to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Teruwan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Now children, we have come to the session of Parity Chanting. So to chant Parita, you better take Mahamevunava Pali English Parita Chanting book and turn to page 171. That is where we find the Angulimala Parita. So let's chant this Angulimala Parita now. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Chant with me. Parittang yang bhanantassa nisinnatthana dhovanang udakampi vinaseti sabbameva parissayang sottinagabhavuttanang yancha sadeti tang khane Therasangulimalassa lokanathena bhasitam kappatthai mahatejang parittang tang bhanamahe. Even the water that is used to wash the seat which Arahant Angulimala sat on and recited this Parita, that water can end all sufferings. If a pregnant mother suffered from any pain, she will be well and be strong enough to stand instantly. Now we shall recite that very powerful Paritta taught by the Buddha to Arahant Angulimala, which will hold its power for an eon. Yatohang bhagini ariyaya jatiya jato nabhijanami sanchicca panang jivita voropeta tena saccena sottite hotu sottigabbhasati. Sister, from the day I was born in the noble birth which leads to supreme Nibbana, from that day on I am not aware of myself killing any living beings deliberately. By this truth may you be well. May the delivery of your child be peaceful. Yatoham bhagini ariyaya jatiya jato nabhijanami sanchicca panang jivita voropeta tena saccena sottite hotu sottigabbhasati. Sister, from the day I was born in the noble birth which leads to supreme Nibbana, from that day on I am not aware of myself killing any living beings deliberately. By this truth may you be well. May the delivery of your child be peaceful. Yatoham bhagini ariyaya jatiya jato nabhijanami sanchicca panang jivita voropeta tena saccena sottite hotu sottigabbhasati. Sister, from the day I was born in the noble birth which leads to supreme Nibbana, from that day on I am not aware of myself killing any living beings deliberately. By this truth may you be well. May the delivery of your child be peaceful. Etena saccena suvatti hotu. By this truth may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now we have come to the final session of this Dhamma program, children. It is the merit sharing session. So today, the Mirror of Dhamma for Kids program is sponsored by Dinu Dahamputa's family and Imasha Dua and Shevan Puta's family and Hesali Dua and Ayon Puta's family from Toronto Mahamevuna Bhavana Asapur Dhamma School. So first of all, let's share all the merits with all the gods who protect this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. May all the gods rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, and may they live long, and may they protect all of us and all the members of Dinu Dahamputa's family, Imashadua and Shevanputa's family, and Hesalidua and Ayonputa's family. And may all the gods protect the children all around the world, and may all the gods bless for the construction of Chetiyagare at Toronto Mahameunao Bhavana Asapur, and for the construction of English Dhamma Center in Colombo. And may all the gods protect the innocent people who has affected with the coronavirus. And finally, may all gods realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits with all departed relatives of all of us. May all the departed relatives rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy in their lives, and may they escape from this samsara as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits with our Kalyana Mitta Pinat Loku Swamin Wahanse and Pinat Jivananda Swamin Wahanse, Vijitavansa Swamin Wahanse, Rohanakiti Swamin Wahanse, and all the monks and nuns all around the world. And may Mahasangha rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, and may they live long, and may they realize Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits with Dinudahamputa and Imashadua and Shevanputa, Hesalidua and Ayonputa, and may all of these sons and daughters rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, may their education become successful, and may their good hopes become true, and may they live long and live happily, and may they finally realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits with the family members of Dinudahamputa, Imashadua and Shevanputa, Hesalidua and Ayonputa, who are kindly sponsoring for this Dhamma program. May all of them rejoice in this merit, and may they be well and happy, may they live long, and may all of their good hopes come true, and may they be protected from coronavirus, and may all of them realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits with all Kalyana Mittas and all Dhamma school teachers, Dhamma school friends. May they be well and happy, and may they live long, and may they be able to learn this supreme Buddha's Dhamma with the help of Kalyana Mittas. And may all of them realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And let's share all the merits that we gain today with all people who has been affected with coronavirus by the ultimate power of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. May all of them be well and happy, and may they get well as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And finally, let's share all the merits that we gained today with all the children who watch this program, Dhamma program. May all the children all around the world and the children who watch this Dhamma program rejoice in this merit. And may all of you be well and happy, and may all of your good hopes come true, and may all of you have a good education, and may all of you be protected from coronavirus, and may all of you realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now children, we have come to the end of our Dhamma program. So today, I hope you enjoy the Dhamma program. So let's meet with another interesting Dhamma sermon in the next week. So I wish you all, finally, may all of you be well and happy, and may all of you realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Namo Buddhaya, Teruvan Saranai.